Okay, anybody who's absent, pause the video to do these two problems and then come back to us. All right, we should be done with these. So number one, Karina. Everybody's like, oh. Okay, Karina, first thing we want to do is go left 3. So what do you do, Karina, when you go left 3?
You add 3 in the parentheses. So
Everywhere you see an X, you put in parentheses X plus 3. Okay. So you have 5, and then in parentheses.
X plus 3 squared minus 3, and then in parentheses 6. X plus 3.
Good. Perfect. So everywhere she saw an X, she put in parentheses X plus 3. With the 5 on the outside, the squared on the outside, the negative 3 on the outside, everything else is on the outside. And now we are going to clean this up before we do our next transformation. So what do you have to do here? Are you allowed to multiply first? No. Exponents come first. So how are you going to write this out?
I did X plus 3 and then another X plus 3.
And then when you FOILed, I'm going to bring the 5 down. And when you FOIL, what do you get?
X squared plus 6x plus 9.
Okay, x squared plus 3x plus 3x, which is 6x, plus 9. And then what do you have to do with that 5?
Distribute.
To just this. And you get what?
5x squared plus 30x plus 45.
Good. But now, what are you going to do? God bless you. What are you going to do here?
Negative 3x and then negative 9.
Negative 3x minus 9. So I just brought this down. And when you did simplify everything, what do you get?
5x squared plus 27x plus 36.
All right. How do we do with the first transformation? Okay, next transformation is a vertical stretch by 4. So now we're doing a vertical stretch by 4. Guys, the more work you show me on these, the more partial credit I can give you if you do something stupid. Okay? Like, tell me that, what was it? 45 minus 9 was 26. Okay? So, show me this work. Show me this work. Okay, so, Olivia, what are you going to do a vertical stretch by 4? Guys, take on the test this week. Take a second to write this so I can see that you know the rules. And now go ahead and do that multiplication, Olivia. What do you do? What do you get?
20x squared plus 108x plus 144.
Perfect. And then the last thing it says is reflect y. And here's where you guys don't show me any work. And then I have to take both points off because you've shown me no work. What do you guys do when you reflect y? Change what? You're going to change every x to what? Negative x. So I'm going to come in, and everywhere I see an x, I'm going to replace it with parentheses, negative x. Parentheses, negative x. If you take 1 second to write that down and then you do something stupid, I don't have to take both points off. Just like on the quiz. A lot of you skipped that and went straight to what you thought the answer was, and then I had to take all the points off because you totally missed it. Okay? What's a negative times a negative? So I have positive 20x squared. What is a positive times a negative? A negative. And then did the 144 change? Hang on, I don't like how I read that. All right. What do you guys think? How'd you do on this one? All right. Test-worthy question. Test-worthy question. It was same as what was on your quiz. All right. Let's see what you guys have back and can use to study. All right. Now, this is also one that was similar to something that was on your quiz. First things first, horizontal compression by 1/3. Let me see who's going to tell me. What's the rule? What are you going to do, McKenna?
You have to put 3 over 1, so then it would just be 3.
So everywhere you see an X, it becomes what?
3x.
3x. So again, anywhere you see an X, which in this case we only have one, you're going to put it in parentheses. So how am I going to write this?
2 parentheses.
Negative 2 parentheses.
And then 3x squared.
Okay, is everybody okay with how I did that first transformation? Now clean it up. Do you multiply first or do you square first?
Square.
What do you get when you square 3x? 9
X squared.
squared. Can't become a line. You can't take a U and just make it a line. Can't become linear. So keep it squared. Now go ahead and multiply. And what do you get when you multiply here?
Negative 18x squared.
Perfect. There's her horizontal compression by 1/3. Now, guys, the down 4, this one's super easy. What do you guys do when you go down 4? Okay, so then we can just go -4. And now the last thing is a reflection over x. So Caleb, when you reflect x, what do? Yeah, so y, you change y, right? And when you change y, he says make everything negative. So take a second, show me that you know that rule. And now when you distribute that negative, Caleb, what do you get for your final answer?
18x squared plus 4.
Questions? All right, how did you guys feel on the graphing calculator stuff? Did we feel okay? All right, remember, when you are given a point in the vertex, what is vertex form? A times minus h squared plus k, okay? Where your vertex is the point hk. Are you guys good there? All right. What about when I give you the point and 2 x-intercepts? You're going to use intercept form. What's that? Y equals x minus p times x minus q. Okay? Now, on your practice test, which I'm going to pass out and I'm going to talk about before you guys get moving and started. If anybody feels like they need more graphing calculator practice, I do have another problem up on the board, and I'll be happy to do it with you. Just let me know. Okay? All right, so do you guys see on number 1 that it asks you to describe the transformations and what? Graph. Number 2 says graph, and number 3 says graph. So how many graphs should you have tonight? 3. Okay? Guys, are you going to FOIL out number 1 to graph it? No. Which way did it shift? Did it go right? Did it go left? Did it go up? Did it go down? That'll tell you where your vertex is. Okay, and so on. Graph 5 points. Now, these ones are the ones we just did. 5 and 6. 7, I want the maximum. 8 says use your graphing calculator. So that's where you can use quadratic regression. If it says use your graphing calculator. This one, do you guys see where it says show all your work? Now, where it says use the back if needed, you're going to put all this on a separate sheet of paper. I accidentally forgot to take that off. I like literally when I make these, I make your test, and then I come back through and I take out all the spaces and all the answer blanks to try to get it to fit, and I accidentally took off the use. This is at the bottom of a sheet of paper, and if you need more space than what I give you on the test, I tell you to put it on the back. Because this is that one where, and I didn't give you the points. Are the points on there? Are the points on yours? Yeah, the points are on there. Okay. And you have 3 points. Sorry, those of you at home, there are 3 points. They are 0, 5. At least I was kind to you. 2, -5, and -2, -17. So those are the 3 points. Those are the ones you're going to make the 3 equations and solve the 3x3 system. You may not just put those in your graphing calculator. That's why it says show your work. Do you guys understand the work that I need there? So that's not a graphing calculator plug-in problem. This one here, this one will have no work. This is the only problem that will have no work. Okay? All right, you have the rest of class time. Be sure to study your quiz from the first half of this chapter. Test on Thursday. You may go out there.